What's up guys, I'm just a gamer and I'm back with my review of the Plucky Squire. This is a game that I had been anticipating for a long time, ever since it was first announced a few years ago. And I have to say, I was not disappointed. This was just a very relaxing and enjoyable game to play, especially since I played it after Black Myth Wukong, which was very hectic and stressful. So this was just a nice game to relax with and just enjoy. And yeah, I really don't have much to say on it. It was just such a really good game, and like I had a really good time with it. But I'll see if I can break it down a little bit more. And yeah, again, just overall though, I had a blast with this game. I thought it was really good. Starting with the game's story, it's very whimsical, it's very charming. The characters are quirky and fun. Shout out to Moonbeard for how goofily cool he is. It's very simple premise, nothing too complicated. You're an adventurer, or you're a hero on an adventure to save your book and the world. There is just, I don't want to get too into it, but there is more at stake than just your book. But overall, it is a very simple story. It's very straightforward, nothing too complicated, which I enjoyed, especially after playing Black Myth Wukong, which I'm still confused about that game. But yeah, it's just, I really enjoyed the story. It was very straightforward, very fun, very charming, and yeah, had a good time with it. When it comes to gameplay, again, it's nothing too complicated. You have an attack, a jump, a roll. You can throw your sword, call it back, you have a spin attack. The main gimmick though is you being able to jump between your book and the desk out or the outside world, and that's pretty much the main thing. Then you would also get eventually some abilities to manipulate your book so you can get around certain puzzles and obstacles. That's pretty much it. Overall, there's nothing much different. Outside the desk, you're similar to inside the book. You're traversing, you're doing some combat. Controls felt tight, nothing felt too loose, nothing felt too wrong. And the gameplay is broken up by some mini games, which also very simple, nothing too complicated. I myself had problems with a mini game in the latter half of the game, but that's just because I sucked at that mini game. And there are also other little segments here and there that you go through on the desk when you're traversing the desk. Don't want to go too much into it because, you know, I mean, they spoiled one of them in the trailer already, which is like when you're in the little tub and you turn into like a reso gun shooter where you're like with a jetpack shooting all these things. And you know, so it's broken up with other segments like that, which I enjoyed. It's very simple, very relaxing. It's not difficult at all, honestly, which again, I was all for it because again, I was coming off Black Myth Wukong, which could be very stressful if you watched my playthrough of the game. So this was a nice change of pace, very simple, very fun, and yeah, very enjoyable. The only negatives I would have to say about this game is there are some bugs here and there that I ran into. I had to restart my game twice with bugs I ran into, and then actually I restarted 3 times because 2 of them were basically I could not move. I was stuck. The game was just kind of like frozen or locked and I couldn't do nothing. The third was because something happened with my character, or a Jot. His animations wouldn't go, like he was stuck in, like he wasn't in a T pose, but he was like in a pose, and he wouldn't, like I could move my character and I could press buttons and he would do those things, but the animations wouldn't go through, so he was just always staying stuck in that one pose, which was really weird. So there were a few bugs here and there that I ran into. And then the other thing I would say that I'm a little iffy on, or like it was not as good, is that some of the abilities you get to manipulate your book, they're not used all that often. Some of them are used more than others, and yeah, some others are just like, I mean, those others, even the ones I'm thinking about, you rarely ever use them. It's like very like once or twice throughout the whole game to use some of these other abilities while manipulating your book, which I found to be a little like, oh, I mean, they could have done a little bit more here and there with that. But that's pretty much it. Those are the only little gripes I have, and they're very minor. Overall, this was a very charming, very simple game. I really enjoyed my time with it. Again, coming off Black Myth Wukong, I wanted a game I could just relax with and have a good time with, and this game fulfilled that. This was just a nice, fun game to play, a fun game to go through, and I feel like some people tend to forget that. You know, they always think of like The Last of Us or The Walking Dead. They you know, it's like, come on, let's just have fun with games sometimes. And this is what this game did for me. It was just a fun time, and I really enjoyed it. But yeah, those are my thoughts. That's my review. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like or comment down below. I'd appreciate any feedback. Subscribe. I'm streaming on Twitch, so please consider following me there at twitch.tv/JustAGamerInc, all together in word, or you can click the link below. But what are your thoughts on the Plucky Squire? Are you like me? Did you enjoy it? Did you not enjoy it? Did you feel it drag? Did you not feel it? Like, let me know in the comments down below what you thought about this game. I would love to hear from you guys. But regardless, thank you for watching, and until next time, take care and have a good game.